friendly with the Ottomans, even though the Ottomans are a joke nation right now. Unable to even take back their cores from the other Beyliks. And all they would have to do is strike one of them. Oh. Kara, you look like crap. Genghis Mamluks tore them to shreds. They took 5 provinces, released Armenia, they returned a province to Persia. Does this imply some friendly relations here? Well, it's one-sided at the moment, but if they ally, I have got big problems. I should be striking down Persia with a vengeance, but I want to strike everyone with a vengeance. I just don't have the power at the moment. Well, apparently I'm scared of the Mamluks. Armenian. Not part of my group. It's quite nice to be in the Persian group. It's all this very difficult to convert land, and I don't have to face that too malice. Okay, I shouldn't even need to siege down that last fort. I'll be able to full annex here and now, which means I don't need a spy network built up in you anymore. It's kind of tempting to not take Golistan, because that'll leave Persia in this war with no way to get to it. As long as Persia is in a war against Tabaristan, then they won't be able to ally other people, but then they might just understand that and very swiftly end it all. Also, they could well just get annexed by someone else, so the question is just how much do I want Golistan? Really, I want it all. Jake, I think the Ottomans may be dead or not working properly. Maybe you should poke them with a stick or something to wake them up. Well, I wanted a free agent so that I could see this. The Ottomans are only 419 in debt, which is 2 loans for them, I think. So they're almost out of it. Means I could enlist their help against Karakayunlu. But that's only if they could get Erzurum, and it seems that Ak-Kayunlu desire that. So I could go straight for Persia, actually. Couldn't I just? Persia, is that your entire army? I doubt it, but I want to be careful here. It is... oh, heavens, they have 22,000. Tech difference or not, I'm not about to be clamping down on that many. Karakayunlu, though, they're going to have to go. I could just sit on Tabaristan and nail Karakayunlu anyway, or I could just go ham on them. Troubling thing is, Crimea need access through one nation and one nation only to get to me, and they could probably get that. So unless I have a friend helping me out, that's a no-go. Troubling. Right, Persia have these two, there's several cores on Karakayunlu, so that's probably going to prevent them from allying. But they don't exactly have cores on Mamluks. Mamluks careful to avoid that. Still want to strike you. Oh well, it's a fun idea leaving the Persians at war there, but you know, what else is fun is actually not dying here. So although it's heavy on the aggressive expansion, we're going to take it all. Lots of fun-looking things there, but no, sir. We're just having it all. Holy war against Timmy, and cores to make. Now they're nice and fast cores to make. This is not nice nor fast. Persian separatists still wanting to rise up in Kormabad, and we're going to be hard-pressed to convert that. It'll be done shortly, but so too will rebels. Ardalan, Kazvin, Bandar Legi, it's war exhaustion hurting. And if I have those rebels, well, at least I won't exceed my force limit. We'll get ourselves down there. I want to keep this fort. The Tabaristani rebels, go figure. I can't even raise autonomy around here, which is disappointing. Could do it there. Oh well, such is the ways. Jake, give it to the clergy. Aye, I could give this to the clergy. How much do the clergy even like me these days? Oh, speaking of things to worry about, the money I get from the merchant guilds, so much better now. Ka-ching. Liking that. Yes, those Persians, they really wish to rise up. Ardalan, Banver, Kazin. It's almost making me want to lower autonomy. Lower war exhaustion. That would make it faster, granted, but it's already going pretty fast. And if I just dish out the clergy, they're going to be pretty unhappy when I start revoking the clergy everywhere. I think I'll have a bit of faith in my units to defend against Persians. Because that's the nice thing, these are my mountains at the very least. So Persia, no friends, but you'd certainly have friends in my rebels. Relative worth of province has been pushed up here, unfortunately for me. Cyprus as a vassal. Cyprus isn't going to be revolting anytime soon. The Ottomans tried that and failed. And let's not make a terrible mistake with no payment going to my troops. That would be bad. I think I lost my better relations over time, guy. So, a bit of dip rep, I guess. Expensive, but I do want some monarch points. Jake, how many and which one achievements are you going for in this run? Yeah, that still needs a bit of work in terms of goal for all this. I would like to get this as Persia, although that's quite a lot of land, more than I was even thinking of taking, but it would knock one more off of the list of things to do. So Timmy's allied with Nagai, hopefully not something I have to worry too much about. The Kara alliance with Crimea does worry me a little, because Crimea is looking pretty healthy these days. Ottoman's going to gun down Ak-Kuyunlu. Hopefully Ak-Kuyunlu do not take this, because then I'd be able to drag the Ottomans into a war with Kara, and by extension Crimea, and not have to worry about the Crimean incursion. Ak is only slightly winning against Kara, so that's okay. We'll get those cores done, they'll be nice and quick because it's my culture group. And all will be well. Oh, I don't think Ak are going to hold out too well here. Neeta. In fact, Kara could probably leverage some peace there for themselves. Jake, do the Ottos still love you? Of course they do, I've helped them out through thick and thin. Maybe we should have some people there to ensure that they really, really love me. See, it's Persia that I'd like to knock down a thing or two. They have no friends, and their tech is garbage, but it's getting slightly less garbage as time goes on, especially with those rulers. I really should be strangling them in the cradle, but I just don't have the numbers to do so yet. Now I could murk up and destroy them, but yeah, is all I can think about that, because one wrong turn, one bit of condottieri to their favour, and that all goes out the window. There is Hormuz as well, who I would like to oh my, nobody wants to protect Hormuz. And Hormuz have some lovely provinces that I would really like. I shouldn't really be dipping my fingers into there right now, though. I mean, sure, Persia hate my guts, but it's not the only thing they hate. Okay, that's pretty interesting. The Ottomans would help me out in all of this. They would get Erzurum. And I'm only too happy to give them that. That's a little dangerous, though. I'm not so convinced that that would go through. Jake, adjust merchants. Oh, also I should insult a rival if I have one that's willing to be insulted, like Kara-Kuyunlu. Because I want that power projection. There we go. Let's get those extra points. Beware the AE, Jake. I'm well aware of the AE issues we're going to be facing. Even the Ottomans and Mamluks getting a decent splash of that. But still, I mean, it's Kurdish land. Nobody cares about the Kurds. Crimea is involved here. Who are Crimea fighting then? They're dealing with the AK. The AK getting in on that. Okay, it is so tempting to bring the Ottoman hammer down on them there. Of course I have my own rebels to worry about. 1 year for you to be done. Oh, that's right. Merchants were a concern here, weren't they? All the money has been taken up here anyway, so if there's anywhere I should be sending my merchants, it would be here. We should get propagating power, at least a touch of it, right? Our trade power taking a bit of a hit thanks to overextension, but that'll go away. And when it does, I think it should be our merchant that helps out there, so we'll send a Basran individual to help out. They'll arrive before the end of the month. I don't think they're going to help out too much with this. My trade power is... well, it's going to make something of a difference. Once this is down, this will allow more freedom of movement, but... all it takes is for Crimea to think that I am the juicier target. And again, maybe they take some care of some of those Persian rebels for me. Not liking that 40-40 part though. Have you been smacked around in this campaign yet? Nonsense! As if I'd get smacked around. Looking forward to these cores being done so I can assign them as states and happily increase autonomy. Except that's not the case of the Khorassani provinces. I see, so we have two different states here. The Khorasan state is rather large. I have to hope that Afghanistan doesn't get kicked out around here because that increased core creation cost would be unpleasant. Hopefully people take over the Timurids before they get carved up is what I'm getting at. Getting smacked around though. What a strange, crazy notion. None of this looks particularly good for me. Extra prestige could go a long way to recovering that abysmal prestige, which is +1 stability. So I like the sound of that. There we go. Helps out in a lot of ways. No more paying through the nose for corruption. No more added revolt risk from overextension. And to add to all of that, I can have states. I want to fully core all of this. And I would love to increase autonomy, but the ones that matter I can't raise it, and the ones that I can raise it don't matter all that much, I think. I mean, the Tabaristanis, yeah, they're gonna rise up anyway, so what really is the point? I should really throw you onto the merchant guild so we can get sweet extra ducats. Struggling to think of a reason not to. Merchant guilds certainly love me, and they would love me even more if I just handed that over. Influence would go dangerously high, I agree, but... And again, I do need to pass around the clergy a fair bit to get these... we'll think about it once these Persians are dead and buried. Which should be August this year. And there we go, even more people. Proving their loyalty, as it were. Kara, though, I want to take you down. I want to get those Ottomans involved. Struggling to see why I wouldn't do that right now, right this very moment. Much as I want the Persians gone, I think Ottomans would be able to lift their weight here. Let's not make it humiliate rival, though. That would be silly. Just make it holy war, because I do want my core back, but that's not all I want. I want my Baghdad, and I want these northern territories. Can't think of a good reason not to. Jake, moving the capital to the amazing province, an option to consider. No, my capital's already in this Persian trade node. I have no real reason to diverge away from that. Alright, so you should be able to break the Crimeans into pieces. And if you get slapped around a bit, then that's your problem. The Mamluks could well offer condottieri in this situation, but surely they hate everyone else too much to do that. Alright, well, I gotta hope. Let's just do it. So, Ottomans straight away are on the case. I'm still wanting these Persians to go away. Not liking... well, hoping that the Crimeans don't go into my direction. Looks like they're going to my direction. There's a few reasons that that's very bad for me. Probably should have waited for this one to fall first. Crimeans doing perfectly serviceable in tech. Okay, this is why it's an issue. Come now, Persians, don't rise up now. That would be really bad for me. Jake, has your force limit gone up? I wouldn't be surprised if it has. Right, the nobility demand a thing or two. I should throw them over to where there's some good manpower and not great trade goods. Tea isn't that great, so there you go, nobility. Have some fun. The clergy also demanding. I could throw you onto there. Well, actually, it's better in the higher autonomy provinces. So, I guess there you go, clergy. Well, even if I get some sort of revolts, maybe the Ottomans will crush them for me. Maybe, he says. I don't know who... oh, heavens no. I think the Ottomans are about to get ravaged here. And by extension, I think I'm about to get ravaged here. We'll see how well they hold out. Those Crimeans... oh, dearie me. Somebody was asking if I was being slapped around. Well, at least those Persians aren't going to be my concern anymore, just in time for the Crimeans to be able to wander freely around my country. Right, so the hope is that the Ottomans and I can slaughter what is over here. Oh, jinx, even Novgorod's getting in on this action. Profiteering bastards. So are they faster than me or something? No, I've got extra maneuver over them. Okay, that's something, but that's something I'll have to deal with later. Don't want to get caught in the desert. Jings, that would be bad. Mountains are desirable there. Okay, what also would be desirable is if the Ottomans decide to attach to me. Oh man. I wonder what the Poles want out of me, because I don't really want to be in this situation. All they care about is me breaking up with the Ottomans and sending them some money. Might not be something I'm about to do, but I should keep it in mind. Alright, don't like the way you're just running away. But then why would I? Right, so you are coming down there. If the Crimeans do come to engage... Alright, I need you to attach to me in Gillian. Hopefully you do. You might not. I'll try and wipe out the Karas. It's a shame though, because Crimea don't really seem to have any natural enemies here. They would, however... Are they friendly with Persia? No, they're just neutral, but they seem fine enough with all of that. Alright, it's a bit nasty running face first into mountains to deal with this. But I need the Kara gone. And hopefully before Crimea take care of all that. Issue is that Crimea is going to march their way over there and do me in. But if I can get the Ottomans to actually fight Crimea and take them out, then I have a lot more to work with. Make my way over to Tabriz. Or... what exactly do the Ottomans have in store here? Tricky. It was very nice of Crimea to fight my rebels, I will admit. I got caught by Persia, so I should be using that last claim that I can make. Zanyan looks quite nice, so... Whilst I blindly assume I'm going to win all of these many wars that I'm in, we'll go for that. Ah, shoot. Don't run now, Ottoman. Need your backing up here. They're keen to run to Tabriz. I should do what I can to take them down. Because if I can send the Crimeans packing, that'll help us out a fair chunk. And I reckon the Ottomans will react to this battle. There we go, they're on their way. Kara and Crimea, proving to be quite the foe. But we got this. Jings, hell, I've got this. Forget the Ottomans, didn't even need those jokers. So, what do we do now? The enemy have quite a few forts that I'm going to need to deal with. The Ottomans are going to get hammered in this war. Look at those numbers, that's just... I'm glad the Bohemians are on our side, but they're going to get overrun by this, that, and the next. Brandenburg as well joining in on this. I need to focus on my side here. Jake builds spy network in Kara. I think there's something bugged out with that, so that isn't happening. Tabaristani still wish to rise up, but that I will just have to accept. I'm not about to appease them all that much. I mean, even if I did, I'd take it down to 5.6, and then, no, there'd be no way around it unless... Nah, forget it. I need to focus on tearing down Karakayunlu here. But how exactly? We're winning majority of battles, so that helps. This is not the fort to go for, it's their capital fort and will take a while. But if I clear Baghdad, that'll open me up to every other province here. That's something that my esteemed ruler should be taking care of, since he has the siege pips. I just have to believe. Where is he off to? Well, never mind him, I'll leave him to it. Esteemed ruler, please deliver us. You are the backup. I'll be laughing very hard if Poland asks annul treaties with Jake. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. They want to remove any allies that the Ottomans have. They can't demand return cores and things like those unless they come and occupy them. They're not about to be doing that. If you're going to do me a favour, Crimea, go and occupy that rebel territory. That would be nice. Perhaps even too nice. Okay, well, if you want to run to somewhere that I can fight you, I'll take it, because every battle is going to help in this war. Actually, we could get to work on this if we just get our numbers back. In that case, there's no need for you to attach to me. I'm grateful that you would, but perhaps you have bigger fish to fry. You're holding out surprisingly well, but that's just because the massive incursion have yet to arrive from Bohemia. Then again, you know, if I'm going to be vested in anything, I'm vested in you saving me. One mercantilism for 25, it's a bargain. I wonder how the Ottomans are going to feel when they get nothing out of all this. This is quite a treat, catching my first live DDR Jake stream. Thanks for everything you do, Jake. Well, no problem, J-Ban Croft. I enjoy what I do, and if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. Oh, it's tempting to just nail you in this province. I think I will. I mean, I will take the mountain penalty, and it's probably going to stop me from being able to siege this for a wee while, but you have no general. I do. You have no cavalry. Not that I do. Hey, Persia. What are you doing? You're seeming awfully suspicious. Mamluks cancelling stuff. I wonder if they're revving up to fight the Otto scum as well. They have a claim, and if they jump on that, I could well throw up my hands and go, well, Ottomans, it was fun, but goodbye. Maybe I shouldn't make my intent that clear. Ottomans, if you want to do me a real solid, you will get to work on their capital, because I can't work on that. I'm busy in the south here. I don't think Ottomans will feel much at all after losing their capital to the Polish Sheikh. They're pushing back. They can do it. Who wants to rise up now? Tabaristanis. This is actually good that the Ottomans are in this area. They could well deal with my rebels for me when they pop up. And they'll probably pop up. Ho ho ho! See, we've never been more stable. And soon our giant purple donut will become a purple... something else. I don't know. What kind of shape is this? Looks like a chicken tender to me. So they're... Oh no, actually they've got a half-decent ruler now, but no heir, so I wonder if they're going to fall into Regency hell once again. The clergy already secure quite a lot of power in my nation. I shouldn't really be giving them any more. But I don't... the nobility... The merchant guilds have loyalty to lose, and they have plenty of everything. I should just be getting that... I'll give them influence, sure. Then I'll demand all the support they can give, and then... None of these worry me too much, so... Especially when that's like 10 years of 3, so that's like 3% autonomy across the board. We'll take the extra diplo relations, make the nobility happier. And we'll just say merchant guilds, they've already given us everything they can give. Ka-ching. Development cost and trade efficiency, well, boo bloody hoo. Persia have grabbed an alliance, this time with Delhi. Delhi are on a rampage, a very unusual rampage. So yeah, I let the something go when it comes to them, but Timurids may not give access to Delhi. Nah, they probably would since they hate my guts, and soon it won't even be their call. I mean, look at this, they're just getting ravaged. So, I have to be careful here, because the Ottomans are going to be disgusted with me if I don't give them that province that they desire. In fact, they probably desire quite a bit more now that they took more land. They desire Al-Raqqa as well, but I can't give it to them since they haven't occupied diddly. So the more I give to myself, the more the Ottomans are going to be miffed. So I should probably occupy that. What I could also do, maybe, is set land that they don't have as vital interest as my vital interest, and then they hopefully won't be able to, but I wouldn't be surprised if the AI could just cheat their way out of that. Cheating git that they are. Plus, I want the Ottomans still involved in this war when those rebels eventually and inevitably pop up. So, Castile decided that they're actually too strong, having gotten all the lowlands and an alliance with France, so they decided that the Iberian Union, which would also net them Aragon and Naples, was just too OP. They've decided, nah, we've done good in life. We're just going to peacefully colonize the world with our enormous throbbing blue ally to the north. And I can respect that. Why do anything easy? This is, after all, very Ardalan. Mamluks, will you still offer me access? Because I need it right now. Oh, I also need you, my Ottoman friend. I'm going to detach a couple of you. And realize that I can't move there because I have forts on both sides. Well, Baghdad will have to fall. Alright, my confused Ottoman friend. Now is the time to help me out with Rebs.